Hello everyone, welcome to the video, and today we're going to be talking about the best shotgun build as well as the best shotgun in general in Starfield. So I actually make many other build videos as well as other videos on where to get various different weapons in this game, so if you guys are interested in any of that, please drop a sub to the channel so you can find out where to get all of the best items in the game. If you guys want to see any specific builds other than this one, make sure to drop a comment below saying which one you want to see, and I will make it. But as stated before, we are going to be talking about the best shotgun build today. Shotguns in this game are actually pretty solid. It doesn't take a whole lot for them to be good either. I'd say the only downfall is when you're playing on very hard, you have to get very close to people, and therefore you need kind of some good armor to be able to mitigate the damage that you will be taking. However, shotguns do insane amounts of damage, and for that reason they are one of the best options in the game. So, there are a couple perks, and all of the perks that you're going to need are going to be in the combat skill tree. I'll put a picture of every perk you're going to need on screen right now if you want to see, and then I'm just going to talk about why each one of these is necessary and how they complement the build. So the first one we're going to be talking about is the ballistics one. Ballistics obviously is going to increase your damage from ballistic weapons. Since the main shotgun we're going to be using is a ballistic weapon, this helps us out. The next perk we're going to need is the shotgun certification perk, and this one's pretty obvious and self-explanatory. We're doing a shotgun build, we're going to need the shotgun certification perk. This is going to give us extra damage for shotguns. The next perk we're going to be looking at is the rapid reloading perk. This is pretty good, especially for the weapon we're using. There's only 6 shots in the mag for the shotgun we're using, and because of that we're going to be reloading quite a bit. So being able to reload over 50% faster definitely helps a lot, especially when you're in those combat situations. And the next one we're going to be looking at is the targeting one. This one is very good, especially if you're hip firing, and I tend to hip fire quite a bit with the shotgun because I don't really like aiming in. And this one's just going to increase your hip fire accuracy by quite a bit. It also increases your hip fire range, which is very helpful because obviously shotguns don't have a whole lot of range, and they have even less when you're hip firing. And I'll say that's pretty much it for the absolutely necessary perks. I do want to mention that for this build, I specifically have armor penetrating and sharpshooting. You do not need these. I think sharpshooting is not crazy good. It just gives you more crit chance, and with shotguns that's really not necessary. It's not like you have a sniper and you're constantly hitting headshots, but armor penetration is pretty good. I don't think it's totally necessary, so if you guys are a lower level, you don't really need to spec into it until you have enough points obviously to spare. But if you guys are higher level, I would definitely suggest picking up armor penetration and sharpshooting. But that's pretty much it for the perks. Now I just want to talk about the actual weapon that we're using. So the weapon we're using is called the Breach. I believe that this is the best shotgun in the game. As you can see, mine does over 700 damage, and it is kitted out, so you definitely want to go for a Breach. You can get these in various different weapon stores, as well as if you want a legendary one like mine, you can get it by farming any level 50 plus enemy, specifically bosses. You just farm them, save, reload, and just keep going, rinse and repeat until you get the item you want. For this one, I would say the ideal modifiers to have in terms of legendary modifiers would be instigating is definitely the number one, because it deals double damage if a target is full health. So obviously with the 700 damage shotgun, the first shot is going to be doing double damage, which is quite a bit. I have rapid on this. I haven't noticed too much of an increase. Obviously 25% of like 14, I think the original fire rate isn't a very high number, but I wanted to get it up a little bit, especially since there's not really that many good options for the second mod category. And for the third one, we have shattering. This just increases our penetration. You can get other ones as well. I believe the skip shot is really good for shotguns too, because obviously you're getting an entire extra shot every 4th bullet. But overall, I do think that the Breach is your best option. 714 damage is really hard to argue with. I tried using the shoddy and made a build around that, and the damage was pretty bad. It definitely was nowhere near this one. I didn't try too much with the big boom, because overall I just thought that the Breach was significantly better, and the Breach literally just had higher damage and higher fire rate than both the older shotgun and the pacifier, so I didn't even bother with those ones. As for your powers, you can pretty much run whatever power you're going with. I use the one that makes you get a little bit more damage reduction, and I think it reflects bullets as well. I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but literally any power is fine. The only reason I use this one is because, like I stated before in the video, you have to be right up next to people, and you sometimes take a little bit too much damage when using shotgun builds. But that's pretty much it for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.